Let's go technology with the presenter Olano Teah Bloh. We'll be posting new videos on every weekend. I appreciate the comments, feedbacks, and suggestions so that I can improve on the gaps and issues. You can also comment on things that you want to learn so that I can prepare that for you. Let's spread technology across every home, schools, including individual impartation. Let's make people feel part of it. You know, every kid needs technology just as we spread the gospel of Christ. Please share the video that your friends out there may benefit. Once again, I'm Olano Teah Bloh, prefers to be called the Guru B. Let's go on the weekend. It's technology, let's go. Good evening, folks. Welcome to this Friday edition of Go Technology with your presenter Olano Teah Bloh. So today I'm going to be giving you something new from my side, and I hope that today's session will be a good one. Let's go. So today's activities will cover introduction to MiKroTik Router, how to log into MiKroTik Router, walkthrough on MiKroTik Router features. We got a summary of today's lecture and introduction of next week activities, which is going to be so much powerful. But let's deal with today's first. Okay, so let's start with introduction to MiKroTik Router. So I want to take you to the web so that I can show you what it is, and maybe some of you might not know. So this is it about MiKroTik. MiKroTik, Latvian company, which was founded in 1996 to develop routers and wireless ISP systems. MiKroTik now provides hardware and software for internet connectivity in most parts of the country around the globe. Our experience in using industrial standards, PC hardware and complete routing system allows in 1997 to create a router operating system software that provides extensive stability, controls, and flexibilities of all kinds of data interfaces and routings. In 2002, we decided to move to make our own hardware, and a router Bloh brand was born. We have resellers in almost every part of the world and customers in probably every country on the planet. Our company is located in Riga, the capital city of Latvia, and have more than 140 employees. I think we have also increased. But to take you to our brand of hardware that was developed, this is it. Sorry for the lighting system today, but this is it. This is the MiKroTik Router Bloh. Okay, and this is RB951G. So just in case you buy one, or in case you come in contact with one, this is it. This is what we're going to be using for our lesson for today. Using a MiKroTik 951G Router Bloh. So this is MiKroTik own product, and I'm going to be taking you into it so that you can see what we can do and what's the magic that MiKroTik has. So let's go. So just in case you bought a new router, there is a place here for you to turn it on, to plug the power cable in. So it's a 12-volt adapter. So you plug the power cable in here, and this adapter should be plugged onto a surge protector, somewhat safer, but basically a surge protector. So you plug it to that. Then what next you're gonna do? I think I have something with it. You just get an RJ45 cable. For the basic configuration, you cannot use Ether 1. It's our ISP, or the port that will be used for our ISP connection. So basically you can use Ether 5. So Ether 5, one end of the cable goes into Ether 5, and another end of the cable goes into your laptop on your Ethernet port. So if that happens, and if it is a new router Bloh, or new MiKroTik router, then it's going to take us somewhere. So basically you can access the MiKroTik router from the web and from MiKroTik recommended tools or software for configuring or for accessing the MiKroTik router. So I'm going to be showing you both of them, how to access the MiKroTik router from the web and from the MiKroTik recommended software, which is called Winbox. But basically, let me show you something here as we are going through. This is me. I've logged into my account and let's see, account. Hope I got internet here. Oh, don't think I got internet. Oh, let me see. I think I have one. Let me try connecting to my home network. So again, sorry for the lighting system, and I hope that you follow suit, and let's see what we have here today. I beg you, please leave your comment if you don't understand anything, or if you feel that I'm going off track. You can just leave your comment. I'm gonna take my time and come back to you. So basically, I still have 2 prepaid licenses. So I'm going to go to my training certificate. So you can log into MiKroTik, you can create an account, and you can register for courses. So like for me, I've written 2 exams. I'm a MiKroTik Certified Network Associate and a MiKroTik Certified Routing Engineer. And these are my certificates. It can be accessed from any part of the world, and I just log in. Or you can also verify for me. You can log onto MiKroTik, create an account, and search for me, and basically you're gonna see me. So this is my first certificate that I got from MiKroTik as a network associate after successfully passing the MTC in it. And I also got another one called the MTC RE. It's a MiKroTik Certified Routing Engineer. So this is it. Alright. So back to business. So how do you access the MiKroTik router via the web? So what we're going to do here, first thing first, we're going to configure our Ethernet. So you right click on your Ethernet adapter symbol here, or you go to change adapter settings on the network and sharing center. So you click on change adapter settings here, and it's going to take us somewhere again. So on here, you right click on the Ethernet. So the default IP that comes with the MiKroTik router board is 192.168.88.1. So that's the default IP that comes with it, and it's a Class C IP, as you know that. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna put that information in here. You're gonna join yourself to that network. So I'm gonna join myself to it so that I can be able to access the router from the web, and also to do it from the software. 192.168. So the router is 88.1. I'm gonna give myself 88.2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the whatever. I'm gonna take 88.5. Boom. Boom. So having done that, what next? What next is for us to now try both methods. So you go to your web browser, when it's open, you type in the IP address of the router, which is 192.168.88.1, and it should give you the string to configure the router. I hope that works. Hope that works. Wow. I think that works. Come on, so this is it. We now have an interface that we can be able to log onto our router. So one more thing. MiKroTik Router come with a default username of admin, as in ADMIN. So it comes with a username of admin, and the password is blank. So the password is blank. So the username you just put in admin, and you leave the password to be blank. So it's going to take you into the router. So now we are into the MiKroTik Router via the web, and I don't want to suggest to you to use this always, but I'm going to take you to where you can download the software that MiKroTik recommended for us to use. But basically, if you don't have that software, you can also access it from the web. So let's see what's happening here. This is all of the features that we have on this MiKroTik router board or router operating system. So this is it. This is how you do that. We're going to get back to it soon. But just in case you need to download the software that I'm going to use to access this router, you can log on to MiKroTik website. It's https / or just put in Google MiKroTik.com, and come to download or software. Just click on software here, and when the software is open, you just scroll down basically to Winbox. The name of the software is Winbox. And also MiKroTik is so powerful, you know, that you can operate your MiKroTik router via your computer. You can use your computer as a router. You just install the operating system on your computer. Boom! You're going to use that. And imagine you're using your computer as a router and looking at your memory and your RAM and your processors and everything. You're going to have a very powerful router. And you can download all of those. These are all of the packages required if you want to upgrade your router operating system in your router. You can download the packages. So the current version is 6.39.2. So you can just click here and it's going to be downloaded. So let's move on. So you can also download images x86. So the CD image, the ISO, you can download all of them from here. And you can use it on your virtual machines. For some of us that always use it, you can use that. MiKroTik also have a DOOT, and this DOOT is used to monitor your networks, devices, or network. They're basically network devices. So if you have like a manager like me, who has multiple connections all around the world, you can be able to map all of them to that and be able to monitor them, log onto them remotely. So you can use the DOOT for that. So the software we're going to be using is called Winbox. So you can scroll down to useful tools and utilities. You're going to see Winbox version 3.11 or whatever version that you're going to be having at the time. So you can just click on it and it's going to be downloaded for you. So when that is done, which I already have here, this is it, Winbox. So you click onto Winbox, and if you have a MiKroTik router on your network, or you have a MiKroTik router around you, or if you have a MiKroTik router attached via the Ethernet cable to your computer, you're gonna see right beneath here the name of it, the IP address of it, the identity of it, the version, and everything you're gonna see here, so that you can be able to know, oh, this is my router, or this is John's router, or this is the router I'm about to configure. So let's go. I'm going to be double clicking on, you can double click on the MAC address to log in, you can double click on the IP address to log in, and whatever is better for you. Like I said, username is admin and no password. Boom. Let's see what's happening. You're going to be logging into it for the first time. Boom. So whenever you log into the MiKroTik router for the first time, you're going to have this interface or the screen. So basically you can remove the basic configuration and put your own configurations, or you could just OK it and you can flow with the pre-configured configurations. So let's go. I'm going to just be going through, like I said. I think I'm running into this agenda, but forgive me if I run into that. So we did an introduction part, and now we doing how to log onto MiKroTik router. So now we have logged onto MiKroTik router. We are going to be doing the walkthrough of MiKroTik router. So basically I'm going to be carrying you through the features and how you can do one or two things on a MiKroTik router. So this is it. This is the software that we use to log on to MiKroTik router. Now you have all of this thing. Basically they will not be here most of the thing, but if you want to know the time on your router, you can just right click on an empty space here, anywhere here, just right click on it and do add time. So you're gonna see your time right here. So now the time on this router is saying it's GMT 0012. So you can also see that. You can see the time you turn the router on. So the router has been on for the last 36 minutes, and you're gonna see your memory, you're gonna see your CPU, you're gonna see the date and everything. So you can just right click and just add time, add date, add CPU, just to monitor them. That's just another feature of it. So basically this is Castman. Castman is another great feature, and it's not for you as a beginner right now. You're gonna get back to that, or you can just Google search, and there are a lot of videos out there on YouTube that you can do that. Basically you're gonna be playing around the interface, and these are all the interfaces. This router have 5 different interfaces, and Ether 1, as we call it in MiKroTik, Ether 1 is basically used for the ISP connection. So for example, if you have an ISP that come and give you internet connection, that cable that it leaves for you is going to be plugged into Ether 1. So you can use Ether 2 for your DHCP. Yeah, basically you can use that for your DHCP, and you can also bridge the other ports that you can have your printers plug in. You can have your other statically IP sound devices or equipment. You can also have them plugged onto the remaining ports. And also you have WLAN 1, which is the wireless LAN. And this wireless LAN is basically used to configure the wireless properties. So basically what it does is that, for example, sometimes you go there and you see a Wi-Fi call like you have here right now. You have this Wi-Fi call. Don't try hacking. So basically, if you log onto the MiKroTik router for the first time, you're gonna have this SSID, or which is the Wi-Fi name that you're gonna see for the first time. So if you configure that like mine, you're gonna see don't try hacking, or you're gonna see whatever name that you have there. So let's forget that. So basically you do that on wireless. So you have interfaces. After clicking on interfaces, on the same interface tab, you have interfaces, you have Ethernet, you got EOIP, you got IP tuner, you got VLANs, you got bounding, you got LTE, you got a lot of features out here. So EOIP tuner basically allows you to be able to gain access to local devices on a remote network. So for example, I'm in Liberia, I can be able to configure EOIP in line with a network administrator at the next site. So after doing that, we can be able to, for example, I can be able to sit in Liberia and send a print in America. I can send a print from Liberia to the printer that is on the network of maybe our other branch or my next network that I have the EOIP connection to. So it's for this introductory part, we are not going to cover all of that because MiKroTik is so powerful. There are a lot of things that you can do out there. So we're going to move on to wireless. So on a wireless interface, you're going to see WLAN 1, and you're going to have registration, you're going to have connection list, security profile, and security profile. You're going to be using security profile to basically put in your wireless password, the password that you want to have on your network, the password that you want to use for your Wi-Fi. This is where you're going to do that in wireless profile. And access list, you're going to do registration. So basically, if you have a connection already, if you did your configuration right, and you want to know if your router is corresponding with your ISP, you're going to flow right on the registration. So there are a lot of things out here that we can do there. Let's go to the next one. We're going to do bridge. It's also powerful. You can bridge interfaces. You can basically bridge interfaces. You can bridge ports on your router so that you can be able to share connection with other ports on your router board. So I just giving you the introduction part so that these are cardinal points and things that you need to know. And on an IP, we have ARP, we have accounting addresses cloud, we have DHCP client, DHCP server, relay, DNS firewall, hotspot, IPsec, neighbor, packing, pool routes, SMB, SNMP, services, siren, SOC, TFTP, traffic flows, UNOP, and web proxies. So one by one, right? So basically, let's go through these are things that if we go on our next tutorial, we're gonna be showing you or bringing you to how do I call it? Now I'm bringing you to all of the basic configurations, and you're gonna be seeing things that I'm showing you right now that are basic and they are cardinals. So you deploy DHCP server so that your clients that will be joining the network, the phones, the laptops that will be joining the network can be able to have IP assigned to them. Sorry, I just lost connection to my router because I have to. So use the DHCP server to assign or to configure your DHCP range, your scope, and what have you, so that clients can be. You can also reserve from some IPs. Like for example, you use this portion or the tools for it, and you as a network administrator, you want maybe you have 5 or 10 devices that need static IP, so you can also reserve that. So in your IP scope, you can reserve maybe 5 or 10 IPs, so that in the futures you might have some devices that don't require to be connected via Wi-Fi, but rather using a static IP. So you have a DNS, you have a firewall, you have a hotspot. You can configure MiKroTik Router as a hotspot. It's gonna be so powerful, and there is an interface that you can have whenever you log onto it. Oh, it's so sweet. You can have your own configuration on that. We're gonna be doing that in one of our videos, but you can also check on YouTube. There are a lot of them out there. And neighbors, if you want to see if there are some MiKroTik routers around you, you can be able to load that. Not basically with MiKroTik routers, but also another routers or another access point that are around you. You can also see that from that. You can do your routes. So route to your ISP, and after doing all of the configuration, if you want to have a route to your ISP, you do an IP route, and you're gonna have that. MiKroTik also have an SNB MiKroTik. So basically, for you, it's all about that. So routing, you have BGP, you have OSPF, router RIP, and these are not for beginners. But for the chicks out there, this is where you get it. Now on the system, you can set your clock. So basically, you see our date here is wrong because our clock is not set right. So you can set it, but we just want to show you something. So now you see it changed to January 2017. So you can do that from there on the system. There are a lot of things you can do out from here, my people. Identity. So right now our identity is MiKroTik. You can also change that identity to suit your, maybe you say this is Labura office, Labura branch. So you say Labura branch. So this router will be identified by that identity. And the licenses, login, password. So now there is no password on the router. So you want to put a password on the router, you just click on password, and you're going to put your old password, just leave it blank, but there is nothing there. You can put your new password in and just change. So now I think that is good for you. You have to do that quickly. If you want to reset a configuration, you don't need all of the configurations. You can just reset configuration. If you click on this, it's going to ask you if you want to keep the default configuration. If you don't want to keep default configuration, you can check whatever option and just reset the router. It's going to be fresh. It's going to also be whatever way you want it. So you can do scripting. You can shut down your routers. You can create users. Users will be able to log onto your router. You can maybe my Facebook friends. I can give you permission to log onto my router. I can give you read only. I can give you write. I can give you full permissions. So all of that can be done. And there are a whole lot of things out here, my people. We can cover it all. MiKroTik also have. I met some of my friends that were trying to talk about Cisco. Trying to do some courses with Cisco. So I was trying to tell them about MiKroTik. So basically, they said Cisco everything is with command line, but MiKroTik also have a command line. You can use this command line to. So for example, if you want to go to the interfaces, like we click on here, you can just tap interfaces, or you just tap INTE and just press the tab. Like for my Linux friends, you can just tap the tab and it's going to complete that for you. So now we are into the interface. So you can do print, So print is going to give you all of the interfaces that we have. So this is another topic that we can do, and I'm going to show you that how you can configure your router via the CLI. So basically, my people, this is what I have for you today. You can exit on your router from here. You can view if you want to hide your password on your router. You can do all of that from there. So basically, this is MiKroTik Router, and I hope you enjoyed this introduction part. Next week, we're going to be doing something new, and I'm always here to give you what you need. So that was it, and that was my side of the story for today. Please like, please share, and please comment, make your suggestions on things that you think that I didn't cover, or things that you feel you want to learn. You can post, and we're going to have it out for you. Shout out to my professor, Mani Rasmana. There's another guru out there. Shout out to Austin Doe, the Jigs. He's so powerful. I call him the Guru Father. And shout out to all of my Facebook friends. And good luck. Have a nice weekend. We will see you next time. So let's take it back to ours today activity. So now for just a hint to get a hint of what we'll be doing next week. So you're going to be programming a Scratch. We're going to be the introduction to Linux operating system using Red Hat. Pow! It's going to be super heavy. So what we're going to do right here, I just want to give you a string, a log of what I call Scratch, when I mean Scratch. So you can do a whole lot of things here. This is a platform that you can use to read codes using graphic. You will not understand until I reach to that part. So you can read a code using graphic, and it's gonna illustrate or demonstrate what you are writing if you have the prerequisite knowledge to do that. So let me just show you some few works that I think I did. I did some things, some. So when I was doing some binary courses, and I came across this tool with the joint efforts of some of my colleagues, I was able to come across this powerful and amazing script. So this, what I'm about to show you right now, see how wonderful it is? So you can just jump, don't get confused. So for some of you that did binary system, and for some of you that did IP addressing, so what I ask you, what is the binary number of 16? So you, from this yellow, you know that yellow is 1 automatically right now. So you can say 00010000 is the binary number for 16. What is the binary number for 64? You can say 01000000. Say, what is the binary number for 96? The binary number for 96 is 01100000. I'm going to show you that come next week, and this is what we have for you today on our Super Friday show on Gold Technology. So Gold Technology with your host and your presenter Olano Teah Bloh. Thank you very much for the time, and thank you so much. It was so much rewarding. I love you, and God love you the best.